Okay, IG's letting us know I'm on live now. Hi, everyone. Just waiting for people to pop in. It's a new edition of the comments. There's nobody on here right yet, but I know you guys are coming. Just waiting the decks to pop on. Hi, love bugs. Everybody's showing up. Oh, I just want to make sure, keep track of the time. 6:10. Hey, Miss Serious Girl, Chef Larry Creations. Now, why won't let me wave at y'all now? It's being real shady. Oh, IG, don't start your ish today. All right, let me bring 6:10 p.m. Okay, bring Dex on. Hi, Protective Stuff. How is everyone on this happy hump day? Hump day? Dex, you blocked? No, there we go. Okay, a little delay. Hi.
Hi, I'm going to apologize in advance. You know, the weather's nice, so the neighborhood kids are out there, and they are not quiet.
It's probably their parents, too. Is somebody grilling? They grilling yet?
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody grill at all today. It's weird.
Huh. That's weird. Somebody said they wish, it went by fast, they wish they could. You have Bible study. They have Bible study today, so they can't. Hi, Mommy. I'm sorry, what'd you say, that?
They're relatable.
Because what are you after? Because after this, most likely you're gonna need that spirit cleanse, right?
Yeah, I tell you, like, really, life is so different now. I mean, I go to church, I go to Bible study. I joined a book club today. I worked out. Like, I do walks around the neighborhood. Like, I'm a new person.
Come on, growth and leveling up. DJ K Rated. Hey, baby. Hey, everybody checking in. Thank you for joining us. Oh, come on, level up. Speaking of, remember last week? Go ahead. Sorry.
One more thing that I did to kind of level up. I made a margarita. I'm talking about going to Bible study, going to church. I made a margarita yesterday, and I meant to make one before I started this, but I guess probably not a good idea. But I made a margarita yesterday, and I squeezed the limes myself. I've never done that before, and it is like, I feel crazy knowing that I was buying those mixes all this time, like buying those, like, you know, the mixes that they have, full of sugar, when you could just squeeze your own limes. It's like, it's amazing.
Exactly. Oh, thank you, Nona Britton, baby. I see you, honey. I don't know if you're from the area, but anybody, Dex too, since you out there walking, come on up to the gym. They do Ofa does $20 drop-ins. So anytime anybody want to pull up with me, slide in my DMs. We'll get this workout in together, friends.
You go early though. I'd be like sleeping when you be at work at the gym.
Well, you got to get it in where you fit it in, sweetie. Got to get there early. Sometimes I go after work, but it's got to get done because it ain't going to do it myself. Because guess what? I'm not throwing my potato chips out. It's not happening. And the only way I can maintain those chips
is to work out. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Jordan 410.
But that's good that you've upgraded your drink game to using fresh products. Orlando, Florida. Hey, honey. Okay, you're not here. If I find myself in Atlanta, I'll come. I mean, not Atlanta. Orlando. We'll do a little workout, go a little hike together. Okay, baby. I got you.
There's mountains. There's mountains in Florida.
I live down there. I don't know. I know they got hurricanes. I don't know about the mountains. I ain't never seen no mountain in Florida. You don't gotta go hiking on the mountains, Dexter. It's just being out in the open. See, you be watching movies.
A nature trail not too far from me. You should come. We can go walk on the nature trail.
You know I'm about it. As soon as this weather break, we got a little taste of fall today. I mean, spring today in the Philadelphia area. It was like 77. So
and you know,
people like, come on. Huh?
You know, I had on shorts today.
Well, we know. Ashley with the Leigh. You know, you probably had them toes out too.
You know what's crazy? I just met a coworker named Ashley who spells her name like that.
She a little what? She got a little coin.
I don't know I don't know anything about anybody. Like, everybody's cameras is always off, and like, you don't, like, this working situation without working in person is so insane to me because it's like you don't know your coworkers.
No, you really don't. They can like pull up on you on some other stuff and be like, oh, I ain't even know who you was, bro. 77-21 tonight. Jesus, take the wheel. Yes, Trey, that's the problem. Because this is sick weather. And you know what, my body and how it's set up. I was supposed to go to the gym today, woke up full of energy, said, hey, oh, what time? You need me in there? Next minute I knew, I said, oh, I'm feeling run down. I'm going to catch you on another day.
The other new thing I'm trying to do is it's not working out, but I'm trying to go to bed earlier. Because last night I did my other podcast, and this morning somebody took a picture of like the show. They're like, oh, I didn't even realize yesterday was Tuesday. And it was a picture that was me talking, and my eyes were like down here. Like,
Jax, you are not alone. That's something, see, now my schedule is crazy because that's something I've been working on. I think I've hit that age. You know how they say all the old people, they always get up early? I think 38 is the age, like closer to 39. Because for whatever reason, my clock, I wake up 6 a.m.
Oh, no.
Every day. It's not 5:30, 6, but definitely between 5:30 a.m. and 6:30, but usually like clockwork, 6 a.m.
You wake up and get out of the bed, or you just up in the bed?
I'm sitting up there looking stupid like the fox. You remember the fox?
That's what I do. Like I wake up now, like I'm up every morning at 6 o'clock, and I thought it was because of the school district, because when I worked there, like I didn't have a choice. You had to be up like at that time. Now I just get up and I'm like, I don't really need to be up right now, but like my body just won't let me sleep.
Yes. And even naps have been a struggle. Today, that nap, you know how when the good naps, hey Caprice baby, you know how them good naps you start, like as you're really tired, you're kind of like sleep deprived. And then you start, like you lay it down, close your eyes, and like something in you just starts tingling, like your nervous system is like firing off. I had to stop because I said, if I don't get up, my black ass gonna wake up and it's 6 o'clock and I'm gonna wake up to all these work emails.
Yeah. Yes, 3374. That's me. I have to warm up like a Buick before I get out of the bed. Like I lay down. I turn the TV on Good Morning America, then I meditate for a minute. And by meditating, I mean close my eyes and go back to sleep sometimes, and then I'll pray. Yeah. And then it's 9 o'clock. It's like, okay, I think it's time to get up.
Well, you pray. Praying, in my eyes, it's a form of meditation, in a sense, getting connected spiritually.
Yeah, I just try to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's actually become my morning routine too, like between prayer, manifesting, like I'll listen to uplifting music, a lot of gospel I'll listen to first thing in the morning. As we get older, we really become our parents and grandparents. We really do.
I bet you I won't start collecting obituaries like my mom does. I'll never do that.
You know what? I will. I will, because I have obituaries, because I always feel weird when I have them. I can't throw them out like they died. That's so rude.
That's why if I go to a funeral, I won't get an obituary. Like I won't physically take one because I don't want to leave it there, but I don't want to take it home either. And
I hate when you walk into the place and they put you on blast, like try to give it to you. Here you go, and I'm like, you can't be like, no.
That's why.
I will be your mom. I will be the family obituary collector. It's happening.
That's why in Mexico, when it was me to do like my wedding, I was like, we should do fans because that way they'll need them afterwards, and that at least make sure they'll pick them up and move them versus throwing them in the garbage. Because who wants that piece of paper? Send it to me on my phone.
Yeah. We don't want it, but people like me who just can't let the hell go. Next thing you know the little, when people die, the little pass cards, like they have their picture and like something, I don't know what they're called, but it'll be like a statement written on the back. Got a couple of them just riding, couple passed on friends that's just riding the car with me. I don't know what to do with it.
My family's never done that. My family's really big on obituaries, and I'm not.
Well, that's good because, obituaries also serve as a way to kind of keep track of, like, kind of like history, whether it's family history or other people's. That's where a lot of, they do research, they'll actually go back, like historical family research, they'll go back to look at obituaries if they're around. So it's a good If you do get on the obituary train, Dexter, it won't be a bad. You're doing it for the good of your future, your legacy.
It's funny because now that you say that, I would probably consider doing it. But my mom,
Mhm.
like she thinks that's cute. Like she likes holding on to obituaries.
Does your mom, does she do the funeral hopping like for fun? Is she one of those?
No, she doesn't do that, but she used to live in Mississippi, so she would go every morning. She goes to see who's died in Mississippi, and she'll say it, and it's just like I don't know these people. So like,
Mommy be going on Where's Waldo to find out who passed.
it's like a site like that you like can see like who dies in an area every day, like, and she goes to that site religiously.
Okay. We all got our hobbies. We gotta know. Well, I'm on the other end. Had a situation earlier this week.
Yes.
Me and Jason Lee, we're both Leos, so if
I'm nowhere near the same people. We can get into. Oh, somebody said, "Why does my mom do that?" So she grew up in Mississippi, so like a lot of these people are people that she knows. So she, honestly, I don't know. I really,
it's a hobby.
but I think it's because of that. Now we can. Well, we can start now because I really think we should start with this Jason Lee thing. Like this is.
Yeah. And then we'll start with that, and then we'll get into the more things of Queen Two.
Just start normal how we do it, like local and stuff like that. But we just have to get to Jason Lee.
Okay, so let's do a little local stuff really quick. It's nothing too major. It wasn't really, let me see, a lot going on locally. Really just one story from last week that I wanted to touch on. And that is the Yaden police chief. I actually think there's been an update since I last took these notes. I think I heard on the news that he actually lost his job. They were doing something where he was filing a suit against I guess you call it the district, city, or the town of Yaden, because they were trying to get rid of him. He said that they were trying to get rid of him because it's like reverse racism, that Yaden is a primarily black town, and most of the people that work in the district are black, and so it's reverse racism. And y'all need to hear my struggle and my plight as a white man around these black people. But the real gist of the story, why he's kind of getting let go, which he didn't mention, I think they said in 2 years the district got $400,000. What you do with it? Where is it?
It's weird. They've been showing this a lot on the news too, and they'll show the press conferences, and it's very interesting because when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't understand this situation, and I saw like a lot of black people on his side. They were like cheering him on and stuff, and then I saw the other ones that were just like, absolutely not.
Here goes. I'm sorry, real live Bill. I'm gonna have to pin this comment because it's hard out here. It's very hard out here for a white man in America.
Well,
and thank you for the compliment, Bill. Hi, Johnny. What'd you say?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, is it?
Well, we're not a white man, so we don't know. So we're gonna take it from the white man who's being, this struggling out here on these days for them. So
yeah,
I get it. I mean, they getting beat the hell up in the restaurants.
For doing what?
It's a difference between black.
Yeah, that.
I didn't call you an N-word with a hard ER at the end. You ain't like them. You black. Got that ass beat on that day. He learned that day.
I have to talk to like my white friends about this because I really do wonder if they feel like it's like difficult and hard out there for them.
I'm sure it is. You've been at the pinnacle of just opportunity and always just having things accessible to you. Now the coin is starting to flip. You're infringing on my white rights.
Maybe. But speaking of rights, they're trying to make weed legalize in Pennsylvania.
Tom Wolf really wants my vote because I felt like when he put that tweet out, and especially on 222, hi, Delaware, baby. I don't know who said that, but hi, baby. I see you.
Beautiful. Plus 302s from Delaware. Shout out.
Yes, hi baby. Thanks for pulling up on us on a Wednesday. I'm sorry, what were we saying? You know, I get all caught off
This
track.
both wanting to legalize marijuana.
Yeah, he met on 222, on 222 on a magical day. We haven't been in, I forgot, Pluto hasn't been whatever they call it, since the start of this country. It's a special time. Give us the weed, Tom. Give us the weed.
Well,
So Dexter, if it gets legalized, will you be joining us
no.
as on the front line? So you don't want to be the Moses of marijuana either?
I just don't really want to be involved in it. Like, I feel like it's one of those things that I think if people do drugs of any kind, like, it's just it should be like a private thing. Like, I don't think people should be boasting and bragging about doing drugs. And I also think weed is a gateway drug. And I think people, if you legalize
Oh,
weed,
shut up! I'm gonna have to shut you down right now because you sound a fuck. You
I do.
you know they censor us. You sound crazy. You're not gonna do that. Hey, JP Pearson, go ahead with your gateway nonsense.
Yes, when I was in high school, there was a lot of kids who would smoke weed, right? And like, them kids started to smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, right there, that shows that it's a gateway. But I also feel like
Okay.
it's strong enough for some people, and they turn to other things. I just think that
Yeah.
we're a country right now, and specifically, let's talk about Pennsylvania as a whole. We're in Pennsylvania. We're already dealing with an opioid epidemic. Legalizing a drug, I just don't think
That's not an opioid. That's not an opioid.
It's not an
Continue.
opioid drug, nonetheless. But legalizing another drug while we're already trying to fight a crisis, I just don't think it's the best idea.
Okay.
So, illegal.
I'm going to agree to 1,020% disagree with you on that. Because you know what else is a gateway drug, Dex, if we really want to talk about it? Food is a gateway drug to a lot of people. In fact, right before I popped on here, it's so much of a gateway drug and can take, your spirits down. Lizzo made a statement in a recent interview saying that Eddie Murphy hurt her feelings because with all of the Nutty Professor stuff, she felt sympathy and empathy for the character. And then when he went in the drawer and you saw his office drawer and it's all full of snacks, she said she could relate to that. So
Me too.
So is that your drug of choice?
Yeah, but I mean, sure. I can say that. I can say that, like, Snicker bars are my drug of choice. However, Snickers bars are not causing me to cause harm to other people or myself.
I've never known weed to do any of that, but also Snicker bars, you definitely cause harm to my motherfucking pockets. And when you become a strain on our economy, and I'm sitting here for 5 hours watching my motherfucking 600-pound life because I can't believe what's happening.
So
you infringing upon my tax dollars.
You have a problem with people being fat, but you don't have a problem with people being drugged up. Is that what we're saying?
You want to be drugged up as long as you ain't infringing on me. Well, I mean, we already got the zombies walking around. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Live your best truck up life.
But think about this also in the sense of like DUIs and stuff like that. Like, obviously,
That's two separate things. Alcohol completely should, I'm not going to say it should be abolished, but with anything, you have to do it within your limits. Like, you shouldn't, even when it comes to food, being the biggest addiction, you shouldn't sit there. An orange is great, but if you sit there with a bag of fucking oranges and you go through it, that's not a good thing. Weed is great, but you shouldn't sit here with a big ass bag of weed just going right through it. Yeah, you might have a problem if that's what's happening. Meth is great, but you shouldn't be.
I was wondering how you was gonna try to get that one off.
Do a little bit of meth, just a little bit of meth to take off the taper. You don't have to do it all the time. Just taper off. Kind of like heroin. They say you got to get off heroin. You can't just get off it. You got a little slow taper. So do what you want to do in life. A slow taper.
Sure.
But go ahead. Now, we ain't doing this on a Wednesday no more. Hello? You going out.
Why do you say that? Can you hear me?
We can't do it because you playing it too clean for Bible study. I can't. This is your moment to get it out.
I'm playing it too clean because I don't want people to be driving around getting married.
Yep. Yep.
Like,
Dexter, this is a you problem.
I can't see the comments. I'm gonna go. Keep talking. I'm gonna go out and come back in because I can't see the comments.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Oh, hey, my uncle. I saw him pull up. Hey, Big 4XL. Hey, Trey. Look, watch you for you will see weed. Oh shit. Protective styles. Now listen. I haven't jumped into season 2 of Euphoria, but I plan on doing it. It is a lot, but it's so funny because if you've ever been in like Southern California, you kind of know that's how the kids are. I mean, they were kind of like that with the drugs and all kinds of ish 20 years ago when I was in high school. Shit, longer than that, probably about 22 years ago or so, since the time I was out there. So yeah, no, that is a thing. I feel like Euphoria just added some type of they added a couple of trans kids to the mix, but same stuff kids always been into.
And adults too.
Yes. Oh wait, something with adults in the show? Ashley Scott, hey baby. Will y'all get a chance? Go to Ashley Scott's page. He actually has this new single out right now, and it's really good. It's a good single for the lovers. Oh, JB, I was definitely going to shout you out. So Javon Pearson, tonight he is going to be on with Michael. I guess you say it Collier. Funny as I don't know what. You guys have seen him on so many different, especially if you're part of the culture, you've seen him on a myriad of different programs. So Javon, shout some stuff out that he's been on. I want to say he was on Soul Plane, but I might be lying about this. I feel like everybody at that time in Hollywood, like Black Hollywood, was on Soul Plane.
Okay.
You trying to figure something out, sweetie? What's going on? You got that look?
No, keep going.
No, what happened? Somebody called you out of the comments. What happened?
You were saying back when you were in high school, this is how things were going. This is the same stuff that's happening now.
I saw Dylan's smart ass comment. Don't worry about it, kid. Yes, he was on Martin. Thanks, Javon. For whatever reason, now I can't see the comments. So I'm gonna have to unpin this because I couldn't see the comments over it. Hey, how you doing, honey bunny? That's my trainer, y'all. We was talking about it earlier. You in the Philadelphia region, pull up on Ofa the trainer. He'll get you together. He get me together. He can get y'all together. Because I told y'all earlier in the show, I'm not throwing my chips away. It's not happening. So it's possible, guys. Let Ofa get you together. I'm sorry, what you say?
That chips or weed either, apparently.
No, that's not. Apparently, yeah. Yeah, that ain't no apparent. That's for show. That's a for show right on. Only way I'll do it, if the doctor say, you got to give it up. And that's going to be hard. Oh, wow. You know how some people, when it's like you'll have different foods that you like and the doctor is like, you can't do it anymore. Woo, child.
And people give it right because people are not addicted to food. They're addicted to alcohol. Now let's go to the next topic.
That's what it is, Pastor Dex.
Yeah.
You see the show. Get them with the little shoulders talk. You see the definition? I ain't have shoulders before. It was just one morph, like Slimer. Now I got shoulders.
This is what it looks like when you don't have shoulders.
I can't stand you. Well, Dex, you are more than welcome to join us in I think it's next Saturday at 11 o'clock at the boxing gym. We're doing a BBL class, and it is for butts, belly, and legs. So the girls and the girls, y'all come on down. You ain't trying to. You don't need your butt, right?
I do not. Good on that.
Okay, you ain't got to worry. You said I'm good on that. I don't need none of that. All right, well, if you got some, right, if you ever got something you want to give away, I'm here because us challenged people, we got to keep working on it. Hey, DM Creed, that's my girlfriend. How you doing, honey bunny? Okay, so let's get into, it was something about the royals we were going. Queen
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
We're talking about the fact that Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked, Toya follows this page. I do not. Jason Hollywood
So
Unlocked.
who sent it?
Brandon sent it, and not me. I don't follow the
I
page.
was like, he must follow. You and Jason must be beefing.
Toya,
Oh, come on.
I don't remember what it was, but I remember something about this. I said I think this page is extremely irresponsible. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I'm not into it. I don't want to. I just gonna unfollow them. So I did, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he posted the Queen dead with a photo
Dead.
of the Queen of England, and it's the caption was like, Hollywood Unlocked has been exclusively sent some information by someone close to the royal palace that the Queen is dead, and like I was like, wow, that's crazy when I saw it or whatever, and then maybe 10-20 minutes later, I'm like, yo, I haven't heard nobody else report this. Like, this is kind of like, I feel like this would be pretty big news. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
that you would normally go to. Like, I went to TMZ, I went to Fox, I went to CNN, I went to the BBC, and I'm like, And then I went to the shade room. I'm like, nobody is reporting on this story. So it's just Hollywood Unlocked. So then
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is true. And then like 6 hours later, I checked again. And I'm like, still nobody's reported on this, but he still kept it up. This morning I looked and he doubled down on it. And he was like, they're just trying to figure out how to announce it. What? What?
Now listen, to Jason's to Jason's defense, this is a strategy that they use. There have been times where the king or queen done been dead for a whole week and they don't tell nobody nothing. So, with that said, I feel like it could be a possibility that she is, but with all the people, they're like, no. And this is why in journalism, so many people get and these blogs particularly, so many people just get such a hard on for, I want to be first, but you got to have respect for people's families and all kinds of stuff like that. Like, all the time, it doesn't matter about being first all the time. It matters about being correct about it. And then when people come to you, of course, all these outlets are going to they're talking about the same exact story, but people are coming to you to hear your perspective on it. So it's like a lot of these blogs, if y'all could just take more stock in that and stop trying to off people who it hasn't been confirmed that they are no longer here. But also with that said, Jason said, well, she is on it. I mean,
Yeah, he's like, she's older and she has COVID. And it's just like, the level of just like insensitivity is astonishing to me.
thank you. Like, it's okay to say, my bad. Now, this is what I feel like it's going to happen. I hope not, but I feel like maybe few days down the line, we might get the report that the queen has passed on. Jason, Hollywood Unlocked, don't be messy talking about, I told y'all.
Told y'all.
Like,
You told us actually on Tuesday. We're currently on Wednesday, so right now, you already wrong.
thank you. Just stop it. And usually when news comes out, like about especially stuff like that, a lot of times it is truth. They're just trying to wait for a way. It's like affairs that they have to get in order. But Queenie, she ain't slick. She made sure right before, I mean, God rest, may she be okay. I don't want to say God rest her soul because she could still be here with us. I have not personally seen a sign out the balcony of the bedroom of her waving or anything like that. But shit, I'm tired. What the hell was I about to say?
About the queen not being.
Yes, she handled her business. Made sure, Andrew, you used to be my favorite. Cut all your titles out of here, which even more goes to show that he was incorrect. Well, he did it because now you're settling out with these women who have accused you as part of being a part of the Jeffrey Epstein ring. So she handled that. But this is the pettiest move of all that I lived for when she did this. Oh, my son's wife. What's his name? What's the son? The one that's about to be the king. The one that's about to be the king.
I don't know anything about any of these people. That's why, like, I use American royalty. Like, Kim Kardashian is the queen for me.
Well, you know what? We're going to end it because you've been talking real crazy motherfucking today. Okay?
I don't do,
Shut up.
I do have to tell you something, though. Speaking of Kim Kardashian,
Okay, real quick with the queen though, the one thing I do want to mention, she made sure the new one who's going to take her place, she made sure his wife, you ain't gonna be the queen, sweetie. Ain't no way. I'm gonna be, even if I'm here, not here, you will never be the queen. Okay.
It's like
So
Camilla or something like that, right? Charles and Camilla.
yes, Charles and Camilla, because all the sordid past and the sneak jabs that Camilla used to take, and on a public platform as well. So she said, shut it down. You ain't because ain't no gonna be no queen, nothing for you. Just and name only.
I just couldn't imagine somebody walking and seeing that she passed away, and they're like, let me text Jason Lee right now. I must tell Jason Lee.
Gotta tell Jason.
He's got to break the news. But I decided, though, that I'm no longer going to watch the Kanye West documentary on Netflix. I mean, like, before I watched the first episode, I thought it was incredible. Like, I was like, oh, this is done, so forth and so on. But then on the flip side of that, I'm also watching Pam and Tommy on Hulu. And they're talking about the situation between Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee that happened, like, 1995, I think it happened, with the sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of...
that long ago? I feel like it was more the 2000s, but it could have been. Damn. Okay.
95, yeah. So, like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is really interesting, because this is a story that's been told decades after it took place, and it kind of something that shaped the culture or whatever. And, like, you really don't hear Tommy Lee or Pamela Anderson right now at all. Like, you just don't hear from them. It's difficult for me to watch the Kanye West thing, and it's showing him in, like, this popular, this light of, like, he's so passionate about stuff, he's so hungry, people slept on him, he's a genius, which, like, I don't disagree with any of that stuff. However, Kanye West is very prevalent today, and the stuff that he's today is, to me, like, the total opposite of what we're seeing from before. And I think if West was out of the limelight, I would be more appreciative of this. But because he's still there, and, like, I'm not crazy now, gonna watch it anymore. I think that it's just kind of unnecessary to me. It's almost watching something of a person that you can it's almost like one of those things of, like, meeting your heroes. Like, you've met, so, like, all this stuff that we're seeing before, that's not really you anymore. You've morphed into who you are today. And
very true. To that, I will say this one is a bit different because I kind of don't compare them. I don't think Pam and Tommy Lee, do they have anything to do with this documentary or the series on them?
No, not because they have it. Not because I'm not watching it because he has anything to do with it. I'm just saying, like, what the reason I mentioned that is because, like, it's a story that's being told to a person and shaping them a certain type of way where you kind of get to know them behind the scenes where you don't right now. Like, they're not around anymore. They're around.
Now Pam, she getting married every 5 minutes to somebody new. So
talking, she's not in the public eye. It's just like she's just there or whatever. And this story, whereas Kanye, this story's being told, but it's like, it's kind of like I'm looking at this story being told about you are and shaping you, but then in reality, I'm looking at who you actually are, and you are involved in this. So it's kind of like a small. Like, why are you?
So I'm gonna give it some time, in my opinion, because it is a 7-hour series. So the series is talking about his entire story from where he started as kind of like just in the business. Me personally watching it, I got chills in that episode because for me, I haven't seen the second episode. I know it dropped today, so I'm gonna watch after this. But for me, I just love the creative process of him to just have that drive and that wherewithal and to know that I'm going to be great, even if other people don't see it. Like, I appreciate, especially coming up in the entertainment industry, how competitive it can be and how people don't see, like, the greatness within you. Like, you see it and you know you have it, but for whatever reason, other people don't see it, or they trying to play you for your name or trying to play you out for whatever reason. But to have that tenacity to keep going at such a young age, to sit there and play your music. I mean, you did do a pull up to the Rock Nation studios, I mean, the offices. Not saying that you weren't supposed to do that, but you're sitting here playing fire. Like, only if these people had known a few months ago, later, it was going to blow up, they might have adjusted differently. I don't know. I just look at Kanye's story as I hope that as more episodes go on, he really does get into what's going on right now. But I'm not expecting that much from it because it's produced and created by him. What I do think it's bosses-ish is for somebody to see some glimmer of, you just know it, like this guy is different, and for him to have the wherewithal to pick up a camera and say, I'm gonna go ahead and document this because I ain't never seen no ish like it before, and this might become something. So for that, I just have respect for it. So I was on the opposite side of you. I had absolutely no interest in watching this Kanye docuseries because of all the ish that he's been going through right now. But I said, I don't want to go in with a preconceived, I like, not a preconceived notion. The notion I have is by what you've given us. I can't say that you're not out here acting like a damn crazy man. But for me, I'm like, maybe it'll give me more clues, and me personally, more insight to how did you get to crazy man Kanye.
That's great.
So, and I do love the interactions between him and his mom, and you really get to see the impact she had on his life. Like, one of the realest moments for me when he was like, he said something like, Mom, you think I got a big head? And she was like, yeah, you full of yourself, but it's something else there with it. Like, she basically was saying, I know your heart and I know the core of you. Come on, bah humbug Scrooge. Go ahead, continue. Fix your face.
It's just kind of one of those things, like, and it is weird because I've actually learned this from you about these consistent passes that we give out, and I just can't keep doing it. Like, it's almost like offensive to me to keep giving Kanye West pass after pass, and like watching this documentary and seeing people tweet about how great he is and stuff like that.
No,
it's just like
you're right.
More, and then also. Stuff with his mom, like, I think we all have a lot of people have good relationships with their mom, and I think a lot of people are talking about how great everything was what his mom was, but I also think this documentary shows how much his mom coddles him. Like, there is a scene in this documentary that I watched where he comes into his mom's house with like a Jesus piece on. He has like this necklace on, and he's like, this necklace a house, and he was like, I got a necklace before I got a house, and they laughed about it, whatever. Then he opened his mom's refrigerator, and she had milk and water and a glass of wine in her refrigerator. And I'm like, this is like not cool. Doesn't
okay.
I just want no parts on it. And I don't have an issue with other people watching it. I get it. It's just like I can't do it.
Yeah, no, listen, I see where you're coming from. Listen, I just say with people, you cannot watch this. Anybody who's sitting up here tweeting and saying, oh, he's amazing, he's a genius, this and that, it does not cancel out the Kanye we are seeing today.
It doesn't seem like he wants you to either, because people are tweeting this and he's actively doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's what, well, I feel like if anything, this is just going to blow his ego up even more, because it's showing people, watch the documentary and blogs. This is what we do in the comments. We're going to talk about it. But in no way, shape, or form does talking about it and watching it, and can appreciating like the somewhat genius behind it, but you can't like be okay with the damn bad behavior. I'm sorry. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Kanye we have today is a damn crazy man. He's
misunderstood.
That's
Oh, also, I think it's Tasha Two Sweets asked me about Elimination Chamber. The Goldberg Roman Reigns match, I was fine with that one. I just wasn't fine with the ending of the show with Brock Lesnar winning the title. But that match,
wrestling break. You know that y'all just spoke. Y'all spoke the Chinese to me. So y'all spoke Chinese to me because I don't know nothing about it. If it doesn't involve my girl Trinity, I don't care.
You don't know who Goldberg is?
I've heard the name from back in the day, but
Is
huh?
you know who Roman Reigns is?
Well, because of that show that we did on Mina's House podcast, y'all mentioned them when we had Moose the wrestler on.
Yeah. So you were in the world too. You were in here with
No,
us.
I'm not. If it ain't about Trinity, Naomi, you know that's my girl. When they mention Trinity, I perk up. I watch anything you put her on. But for the most part, I'm not a big wrestling. But wrestling, listen, I guess I'm an anomaly because the men in my family, child, maybe that's why. You know I'm a rebel, Dex.
Yeah,
a lot of times I'll be a rebel without a cause.
That's why you watch Kanye documentary with me telling you not to watch it. You still watching because
Yep.
Be a rebel. Just do it. Hey, like,
No. This fool gonna say earlier. I'm spilling some group chat tea. He gonna say, well, I sent the thing about Center City Sips is back. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of dead on that. Like, I haven't really liked Sips in years. I think the last time I went was my early 30s. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. He gonna go, and I say, come. Y'all coming. I said, yeah, bro, have fun with that. Because you will not, unless it's a check involved. You paying me to come out?
No, I'm going to say, guys, this is where I'm at. Like, let's come.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are
have fun.
Okay, we'll see.
No, sweetie. Not happening. I'll be at my own Sips with the adult, tasteful crowd. I won't be at y'all Sips. Okay, so I guess that's enough. And also to the blogs out there, since we're still on Kanye West a little bit, can y'all please stop talking about that Julia Fox woman? I did not care about her prior to. I understand why the wave kind of went there because she was dating Kanye. Please stop talking about this woman. We do not care. In my opinion, she was canceled when I know everybody say cancel culture, but canceled to where I care about you. When she got up there talking about, he's not the only billionaire I've dated. I'm with billionaires all the time. So to me, that translated. So you just be letting billionaires run all through you, up and through you, and not whatever. I mean, she got a baby out of it, so I guess that's something. But that's not a flex like you think it is, girl.
She has a baby.
Yeah, she has a child. I guess some billionaire's child, but she got a baby.
That girl, and y'all, the blogs and whatever, y'all really do love stretching the 15 minutes. Like, it's over.
Yes. It needs to go. As soon as they said Kanye is done with it or she broke up with him, whichever way, we don't want to see her anymore. We're done. You don't have it.
I'm not talking about nothing. Like, what are we doing this for?
Thank you. Every now and again, they'll give up. I guess some people still care and they'll bring her on the show. Let's interview her. And then every now and again, a clip, people decided to go viral. But I feel like y'all are trying to force feed us Julia Fox. Please stop doing this because the culture does not care. We don't. We do not in any way, shape, or news. Light news, what I heard of something last week. Travel news. Did you hear there's a big merger between two dynasty airlines?
Which ones?
Spirit and Frontier.
Like, they're going to be tag team partners?
Tag team back again. I guess so. The airline from hell.
I really thought Spirit and Frontier were killing it because every time I see videos of flights, it's always the two of them. People be fighting on the flights. There's always something on these flights. So I assumed that they were making top dollar. That means now y'all really not gonna get no water. Because when people start merging together, they start feeling themselves. Like when Sprint and T-Mobile Sprint and T-Mobile merged, my phone don't work at all now. These merging together, that's bad. And Spirit, over the summer they canceled a bunch of flights at the last minute.
Yeah, I think Frontier did too. So what?
So what makes y'all think y'all can work well together? That's like two dummies cheating off each other in the back of the class. You both gonna fail. Like, this is not what we doing. So
where the Cardi B voice? What was the reason? Like, I'm just not I'm not understanding this. And like, you broke the news to us. Are we supposed to be excited about this? Like, are you guys going to upgrade your the traveling experience that you give us? Because I never flown Frontier, but I have flown Spirit one time, and woo, child, the ghetto. I say, y'all don't even clean. Do y'all clean these up? Like,
I've done one of the two of them. Once I did one of them to Texas, and it was fine. If I go
uh-huh.
to Florida, I will take one of them. If I go to Florida, one time I took one of them back from Las Vegas, and I wanted to jump off the plane. Like,
Oh my God!
like they said they don't have no water. It was hot on the plane the whole time, so I guess they had no air conditioner. It was tight. It was really the worst experience, and I really felt like I was driving in like the Flintstone era with a car no bottom into it. I'm like, how do I feel this much? It was yeah.
That's so fun. So I'm interested to see, like, what the hell are y'all, what airline from hell are y'all going to create when the two powers combine? Because I'm just fully not understanding it. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And you know what? I think we're actually going to make it an hour, which is good. We're working on timing. Let's get into what am I trying to say?
And you can't watch TV on there either. You can't watch TV on there. That you got to pay for your seatbelt. They're saying. That's where I was at. Dex.
Seatbelt.
They were in Vegas, and they left us on the plane. And they left him on the plane. Wow.
Yeah, just cancel the whole airline because we don't need it. But at the end of the day, people keep booking. We will sit here and talk all this ish about Spirit and all this stuff. They ain't in the business for no reason now. People still be booking these flights. And when you go to the last time I've been on the flight was Mexico, child, the rest of the flights, everybody was moving. Spirit wrapped around the corner, people sitting there mad. And I said, and that's why I don't book that. No air travel is fully safe, but it's too many headaches. And I just want to get to my destination. And that's it.
Look, Black Showman said when they merge, it'll be the 5th largest airline. And like, okay. Things like that don't make sense to them. They're like, we're now the 5th largest airline. It's like, but you're garbage.
Yes, but the thing is, people will sit there and ingest it, and it ain't gonna change unless y'all stop booking flights from those airlines. But it's not gonna happen because everybody's gonna take $100 flight. It's happening. $100 flight won't sell.
One more thing on that one, and we can push it through. But like I will say, the flights are $20, but Real Life Deal said your baggage cost is $125. That is 100% true. We went to get on this flight or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, your bag is too heavy," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll just pay the difference." And they were like, "The difference is $50." Like my ticket wasn't even $50.
Thank you. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all, please just go with a better airline. Just don't even do it to yourself. Please. All that glitters ain't gold. That $100 ticket is going to add up to $900 worth of damn fees. Don't do it to yourselves. Just book accordingly. Please. Just hold out. Something going to come through.
They could be fighting on your flight, whatnot. Just go ahead and get you a JetBlue flight and call it a day.
Thank you. Call it a day. Oh, I forgot I did have these notes. We got to get into this. So I'm sorry. Meg the Stallion, child, they done went to court today for her and Tory Lanez, and Dex, you sent it. Can you break down the story the only way Dex can?
I don't know if they actually made it to court. From what I saw, it was supposed to happen today, and then some foot. So, like, I probably shouldn't say this, but in this media world, I don't make enemies and stuff like that. And obviously, this guy doesn't know me, but I hate DJ Academics. Like, I just never liked him. Like the rat from Tom and Jerry. Like, I just don't care for him. He's so mad. And just like, I just don't care for him, right? He posted this morning that there was no DNA found on the gun. No DNA from Tory found on the gun that was used to shoot Megan. So, and I think that's probably why they had to postpone. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, but I think that's why. So then Megan is like, "What are you talking about? Like the court didn't even start yet. So where'd you get this information from? That's not true." Then it just escalated from there. Tory Tori then posted like, no wait, Megan kept going on and on and on about how like that wasn't true and she's being bullied, so forth and so on. And then then Megan posted a screenshot of Tori apologizing to her, and she's like, "Well, what did you apologize for? If you didn't do nothing, what you apologizing for?" Tori then posted that his penis is so good that he had best friends fighting over each other, and then obviously you speculate that it's Megan and her friend Kelsey who was fighting over him, and
But they were at Kylie's house, who still has stayed out of all of this. But continue.
I mean, if we're talking about Kylie Jenner, her baby's father, Travis Scott, was involved in probably the craziest incident of 2021, and her name has not been brought into that. I don't know what she's doing. She got the Will Smith Men in Black thing. You forget I had.
Something.
I'm not in it.
Kylie was where? Kylie said what?
Me?
Kylie is with who?
Like, that's the gist of it, and they've been going back and forth on social media pretty much all day. Now the final update on that is Megan's boyfriend, Partisan Fontaine, has jumped into it and said, "Tori, enough with the talking. I need you to see me." Personally, I think that's garbage. I think the fact that he would even get involved in this, it's understandable because that's your girlfriend.
Yes.
But the fact that she has an open court case against this man and you're now threatening him, that's stupid. And I think
everyone just publicly like go do it then. Like, what you getting on here tweeting us about it for?
I think a lot of people have this thing, especially like African Americans have this thing, but we got to stand up for it. We can't let him do what he wants to do. He can't say what he wants to say. And look, I respect that. I get it. However, you're not doing her any favors at all by I think you're getting like some street cred from these people, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's stupid. It's stupid street cred. This is my problem with a lot of these rappers. I mean, Partisan is not there yet fully, but I feel like he's on his way. I've been a fan of his music for like before Megan, like really when he was made Cardi Pop on her days of love and hip hop. So he does have it, but I just really wish, and it goes back to the baby too. Stop living in this mindset when you're on your way out to some. You don't have to live this lifestyle anymore, yet you still think it's cool to get street cred points because to let people know, oh, you a real one. That is stupid to me. But why does that count?
Difference though between Partisan and the baby is that when the baby wanted to fight Danny Lee's brother, I mean, he did it publicly at the bowling alley, but at least he did about it.
At least he pulled up and was about that business. Party, you over here tweeting. Like, come on now. Like, it's just, y'all don't have nothing to prove to us. You done got out of the trenches. Stay out of it. Why y'all so pressed to come back in here and play in this mess with us?
We don't even do that. So why you want to do it?
Thank you. I do not get it. Y'all are all grown enough and old enough. I can understand if we were talking about 17, 18-year-old kids, but we're not. You guys are full functioning adults with some money, like, and influence and a little bit of power. Do something constructive. Do something to try to get your surroundings, instead of being like the people you want to emulate. Why don't you try to do stuff to kind of get them out, show them a different way? But you sitting here playing in the mud with the rest of the pigs. I don't understand it. Stop. We don't want this for you. I just want you to be rich and great and keep giving us good music or whatever product it is you're putting out there. You don't have to prove nothing to those streets about a thing. You're trying to prove your status to a bunch of broke people.
A bunch of people who are going to buy your music. These are people.
Thank you.
You're going to, at some point, you're going to ask them to respect you enough to go out and buy your music, but you're letting me know that you're ghetto, like you're garbage. Come on.
It's okay. You can still relate to us and tell us, every now and again, I still got a taste for oodles and noodles. That's the stuff I want to hear. I don't need you to be in these streets and in these clubs popping people in the back of the head with bottles and just doing ratchet stuff. I don't need none of that. Just let us know even with all the money and power and wealth that you have, a peanut butter and jelly still does something to you. And that's relatable.
I also see Kia Smack is on. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that my auntie. Happy birthday, auntie. Yeah, so with that, I want this whole Megan partisan academics, Kelsey, Tori, and whoever else might be involved down the line. I want it to go away.
Notice you said all those names. You ain't say Kylie. See?
Kylie ain't got nothing to do with this mess, okay? She ain't from nobody's street. She's from the streets of Beverly. I worry about rich people problems. I don't play in the
It literally
in the mud.
though, like with partisan, like, you literally have nothing to do with this. You really should be on your Kylie Jenner, where it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna back away from this, and I'm gonna back you away from this too. But y'all wanna show out.
And at this point, even with academics saying that, I get that. Let him sit there and look stupid. Megan, you don't have to respond to it. You're in court already. Like, let the courts deal with it. And then once you get through the process, then go ahead and lay it out to us once it's done, if you can. But because sometimes they'll have like stipulations that you can't talk about or whatever the case may be. But just get focused on the prize. You ain't shoot your damn self, girl. Come on.
That's it. Like, leave it there and let it play out in court. Like, we don't good on hearing about this now. And actually, it's been like 3 years at this point.
Yes, it was. In the beginning, it was interesting because that was like when the beginning of quarantine too. Yes, this is in the beginning of quarantine because we were like, y'all were supposed to be in the house. Why is this happening? Yes. So yeah, we just want it to go away. And these people in the blog spheres, please stop creating all this mess. All-Star Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Did we? Okay, what were your thoughts? This was the first year I've been released from the shackles of All-Star Weekend and having to watch it.
No,
because that's what you do.
I liked it. I will say, like, I've seen a lot of people say that they weren't crazy about the dunk contest, but like, and I've thought this for years. I've always thought, like, how creative do you think people are going to begin with this? Like, how many times can you see somebody jump over another human being before you're like, okay, well, you've seen it. And then there's a player from the Knicks who had like Timberland boots on, and I'm like, it's not uncommon for people to play basketball in certain areas. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's the norm. Like,
boots is not really breaking news to me. Like, I've seen that done. So I don't know. It was just kind of like a little lackluster. But the actual game itself, though, like Steph Curry and LeBron James, they killed it. That was
okay.
Watch. That was
all right. So that was good. I remember, and I think I saw in the chat that you said that they were booing Steph Curry. Why were they booing him?
Well, they were in Cleveland. Like, the show was.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but, I mean, that could be a part of it. Because, like, Cleveland doesn't care for Steph Curry, but also, people hate his wife.
Why do they hate Aisha so much?
Remember when she came out and she was saying something like women should be dressed in a certain type of way, like, and all the time.
Oh, yes.
Kind of like acting like she's too good, but then she wanted to kind of be famous, and it's like, no,
you can't. You're not gonna shit at us in this. Let us twerk these cheeks in peace, because you're not gonna come over here and talk down on us, and then you want to come over and play with us. Not today.
I'm telling you, but this is why, like, you can't, if you're gonna try to run a business or be a public figure, you can't talk trash about people. Like, you just can't do that. Because you do that, and then these same people turn around, and I seen this meme one time, and it was like, women be so mean until it's time to start a business, and you call it, hey, loves, and it's like, there's no love here.
It's done. It's done. You are a horrible, mean-spirited person, so I want nothing to do with you. And also, it's a difference. You can give, like, an honest opinion of something, but you don't have to do it in just a mean way where you're just tearing somebody's soul apart. And a lot of these people, you don't even know these people, and you'll never see these people. So it's just, you can have some integrity when you're reporting the news. And when it's messy, you can still have some integrity behind your mess. We cut up all the time here, but I feel like we do it in a responsible way.
Yeah, but
so we're not trying to like push people, especially in these times with mental illness and awareness, mental health being such like a hot topic. Like, the goal is to have fun here. I'm not trying to just destroy somebody's unless you deserve it.
Yeah, and we also talk about somebody who's working on something, or we want them to support our project, like products either, though. Like, you kind of have to like watch that. But I will
definitely.
OU_YC1854. They're doing a live today about Black people and nonprofit.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Let me try to pin it.
Oh,
I'm trying to pin it.
Speaking of Black businesses and Black people doing their thing, a couple weeks ago, we talked about on this show,
They won't let me pin it.
we talked about support Black college, and how, like, I know someone who got, like, I don't want to say scammed by them, but like they didn't receive their products for months, and then there was apology after apology after apology. Well, apparently they're not the only person that experienced that, and there was a write-up on the support Black colleges where people were complaining about it across the country, complaining that they were not receiving products. Sadly, though, these people ordered products that they wanted to utilize for Black History Month. Black History Month is over now, and they didn't get those products.
Mm. Yeah. So this is a problem. Again, what they say, this is buyer beware when it comes to a lot of these Black businesses, because we do know all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And just because something looks popping on these social media streets doesn't mean that that's where you should invest your dollars. A lot of times do the research. But with us, we just got to be careful of that, because, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. We're good for jumping on a bandwagon just to make some quick money because you think that's where the wave is going. But you probably shouldn't be a business owner in any way, shape, or form, because you clearly you can't handle the influx of revenue. You don't know how to handle your business, so let it go. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. Can you send it to me, Dex, after we're done? Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Really quick, I'm going to wrap it up. We really didn't. Bel Air, been watching that. What are your thoughts on it?
I like it. I like the show a lot. I also like the Carlton character on the show. I know a lot of people dislike him, but I really enjoy that character. I do think, though, that the actor is getting some unnecessary hate, and I do got to be careful with that. Like, it's cute, like, and funny to like say crazy things about the character, but when you start attacking the actual actor, I think we got to be careful with that, because you guys are attacking the person, like the human being. We're not going to pretend like humans don't have feelings and emotions. Like, let's not be stupid.
Thank you. I mean, I'm just going to say what y'all sitting around calling this man ugly. Okay, you might not be physically attracted to him, and that's okay, but don't do that. He's doing it, even though I despise Carlton right now, him as Carlton, which means he's playing the role very well if you despise a character, because we really don't know this man.
What does it mean for me, though? I like him like a lot. I think he's right in the war against.
That's your soul tie, like, brother. I mean, you guys have a lot of similarities, to be quite honest, so I could see why.
We're amazing.
Yeah, okay. So I'm praying, like, as character development goes on, we do, because I don't want him to be evil, shady Carlton. Like, and we know that Carlton has always had that element and that funniness to it, but the way he's executing, I'm like, I need you to come on to the bright side again. I need funny Carlton back, and just like crazy, but I hope it goes in that direction. I don't want them to keep them as, like,
maybe
foes and boring with each other.
Maybe Will should stop being sneaky, because that's what he's always been good at too. Even on the original show, he's always the sneaky one.
Maybe that's going over my head right now. So, but I'm tired. So
it's sneaky. He's sneaky, very sneaky.
You mean the character Will, or are we talking about Will Smith?
The character. Well, I don't know about Will Smith, the actor, but but yes,
that's what my confusion was. Because when you say Will, I'm going straight to Will Smith. It's definitely worth the watch. It's Dayon. Yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be one of my favorite shows. And watching it, I see why they did not put it on regular network TV, because it could have gone there. You would think that it would, but no. It's a lot of great character development with it. We get to see different avenues and different people, like Will's relationship with his mother. We didn't really get to see that outside of the theme song. So, and they are somewhat staying true to the actual the past episodes. And sometimes I don't even notice it. My brother will mention it. Dex popped out, but I'm gonna keep talking to y'all till he comes back in. Must have had some technical difficulties. But yeah, no, it's definitely worth the watch. And honestly, right now, it's one of my favorite shows on TV. or just on any of those streaming services. That's just waiting for you. You ain't pay that bill, sweetie? It's okay.
You know, it's good. Like my screen was going dark, and I think it's like the battery saving mode. So I touched the screen to keep it like light or whatever. But somebody happened to go live at the same time, and I jumped into somebody's live.
Oh, damn. Okay. We're about to get out of here. We still didn't get, prayers for Tyrese. We found out today that he lost his mother. She lost her battle with COVID. So now he posted about, the surreal experience of dealing with, the aftermath and having to lay his mother to rest. It's Dayon. When you watch it, reach out. Let us know what your thoughts on it were. I'd like to know that information. It's kind of too late. This is the second week. We never got into the GOP or the RNC, these Republicans.
Politics anyway, so we good on that. Google it. Go to CNN. We don't have to talk about it. Like, really, to be honest with you, it kind of like makes me nervous. So I really don't like talking about it. Truthfully,
I mean, right now, the gist of it, it's a power struggle of the old regime and the new regime, and neither regime is amazing, but it's like we're going from hell to a different layer of a different level of hell. So that's just where it is. It's a very scary situation. Truckers, I don't know why y'all going to DC to stop traffic when Joe already talking about opening up the country. I'm not understanding this, but yeah. I know, please protect yourselves. Please don't say. I'm praying it's not. I mean, all this stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine and the sanctions. Let's just say this, prayers for the Ukraine. That's all I'm going to say, because there are so many, in any state of war, there's so many innocent people who really have no control. You're just a product of circumstance. You can't help that this is the land that you were born in, and this is just the country, and I got to deal with it. So no matter where we head in this time, just prayers for everybody, but we need it. But yeah, no, a lot of change is coming. Guys, please focus more on when Nelly's penis trends and the sip and paint, the girl getting her topping the stripper off. There are real things happening in the world, so it's great to have fun with that stuff if you choose to lighten it up. But I was very confused that Nelly was trending all crazy and sip and paint was trending, but I didn't see any of the blogs talking about the implosion, this RNC implosion. So guys, pay attention. We have an election season coming up. Pay attention, please, please, please. And with that said, thank you for listening. Have an amazing night. Dex is on his way to Bible study. Now you can cleanse that spirit of this mess from the show.
and
guys, thank you.
And guys,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wanted to join the LU_1854 chat. They're talking about Black people in business, or if not, if you want to go over to Facebook and you wanted to, Real Life Deal was on here. He has a podcast just like ours, not as good though, but he has a podcast called Views from the Chat. Actually a really good one with all male perspectives of things. That's on Facebook right now.
And a therapist. I think that's the biggest driver of that podcast. I do love that aspect of it. So you guys want a good therapy session mixed with a little street, a little mess? Hit up Views from the Chair. And if you want to learn about Black business, what is the other one again, Dexter, your friend?
LUC_1854.
LUC_1854. Y'all head over there and check her out. I think I'm going to check her out just to see what they're talking about. All right. Thank you guys so much. We love you, and we will see you next week, most likely on a Monday. For the record, Wednesdays will be our alternate days. Okay. Love you guys. Have an amazing rest of the week, and we will see you Monday.
Bye, guys.